Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here on this late Monday night. Back to you again with another video right here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button down below, subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Follow me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter as always, and share this video all over the internet. And tap that bell, and don't forget to turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. So you stay in the loop and you don't miss out on good stuff. That's all I gotta say about that. So like, share, subscribe, find me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and hit the bell. That's most important. Hit the bell so you get notified of when I do videos. And that's it. So subscribe and hit that bell. Most important. That's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, November the 30th, 2020, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is now December, yes, December the 1st, 2020, 23 days till my birthday, 24 days till Christmas, and just a month away from the end of this year, end of this fucking year. There we go, start 2021. Can't wait for that. It's going to be epic, we hope. But with this damn virus, 2021 might start on a bad note. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's that. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, as the title below says, every Monday night on the Killer of Demons channel, it is time for your late night, Monday night Raw review for November the 30th, 2020 from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida. At the Amway Center, of course. We got one more show from the Amway Center. That's next Monday night, and this Friday night will be the last SmackDown from the Amway Center, as they will be going to the Trop in Tampa Bay on December 11th with a live show from inside inside Tropicana Field where the Devil Rays play. So the Thunderdome will be moving a little bit up north, a couple hours away. Gonna set up shop there for the next couple months going into 2021 by WrestleMania season, and then after that they'll probably go somewhere. I don't know where they're gonna go. And I have to go somewhere where a team doesn't play. But we shall see what happens from there, and that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so Monday Night Raw tonight was garbage. It was fucking horrible show tonight. Oh my god. And coming off a pretty Raw last week, which saw AJ Styles, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle earn their shot at a match with Drew McIntyre. We're going to find out that the winner of that match tonight, and we did find out the winner. We'll get to that in a little bit. And also most of the night was just kind of corny and with some fucking corny jokes, with Matt Riddle calling AJ Styles super cute. I was like, what the flying fuck? I mean, I think Vince is fucking gay. I mean, he's bringing out gay jokes now for Matt Riddle. I mean, really? Is Matt Riddle secretly gay now? I don't know. But, besides the triple threat match, that was pretty much it. The whole show was and maybe the opening segment, that was it. The triple threat match, the opening segment, and maybe what happened after the main event, and that was it. That was only good parts of Raw. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your time because I got other stuff to do. And probably you do too. All right, so we start off Monday Night Raw from the Thunderdome with a moment of bliss with Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, or Harley Quinn, if you want to call her. And we see like a daycare kind of setup with like baby in a cage, just weird stuff. And she welcomes us to a moment of bliss, and she's like, "Here comes my favorite wrestler, Randy Orton, and his monotonous voice." So Orton comes out. Alexa's like so happy. She's sitting cross-legged because her panties were getting wet. Just saying. Orton, it's like, so what you gotta say now? So she's like, I get it, not in the mood, especially considering last week when the lights went out and the Fiend got up on the apron and scared the bejesus out of Randy, and then AJ Styles hit the phenomenal form to beat Randy Orton and move on to the triple threat match. So we'll see what's going to happen with that, and we move on. So Orton says that he and the Fiend have a lot in common, and the one main difference is that all the Fiend's pain and suffering is worn on his exterior for everyone to see, and all of his is kept bottled up in his gut so he can blend in. He says he hears those voices. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They come to me. Something like that. I forgot how the lyrics, but it is what it is. So he says he hears voices, and the Fiend hears them too. He said the voices the Fiend hears are Randy's, or his, or Orton's. So Alexa's like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused. She says that's not what the Fiend told her. One says the Fiend didn't tell her years ago, and Orton had to make a choice to figure out what Bray's weakness was, and he found it, burned it to the ground, which led to their match at WrestleMania 33, which led to, two of their matches, the House of Horrors match, and then their match at WrestleMania 32 or 33, where they had that match, and then the mat turned into maggots and stuff like that, with the holograms of the maggots and stuff. That was creepy as what. So we got that. So he says, so now he knows what he needs to do. He needs to find the Fiend's weakness, his vulnerability, and he thinks it's right in front of him. So Alexa's like, she smiles wickedly, and she wonders if that's what the voices in Orton's head are telling him, or are they lying to him? And she's going to ask him right now, who is manipulating who? So Alexa stands, she stands next to Orton, looking up at Orton, because Orton's like 6 feet something. Something like that. He's like 6'2", I think. Something like that. And then the lights go, and you know who's coming. So Orton's like, see what I mean? Then another section of lights go out, and Alexa's like, see what I mean? And then they have a more of an epic stare down. Then the lights go out completely. And then they come back on. Alexa is in Orton's arms. So the red lights come back on. The Fiend's in the ring. And he sees Randy holding up his girl, Alexa. He's like, please, sir. So, not like Oliver Twist, but he's like, give me back my baby. So Orton's like, slowly goes over to him, and he like gives it to Bray, and Bray's like, give it. He's like, give me her. So he holds on, screaming, who's laughing now? So we'll see where this goes next week on Monday Night Raw, but some pretty good stuff. To start the show. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that was pretty much it. So we'll see what happens next week. Randy and the Fiend. Bray Wyatt, I think Randy is what it is. That's that. All right, then we get a start of one of the many videos we see of Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion 2020 so far. Starts off with winning the Royal Rumble, and then after that, WWE title, and then holding it all the way to Hell in a Cell. Noises in the house, because you know who's not no, but this was. So we get all those during the night. I don't have to mention that. All right, then we see that the ring is surrounded by instruments, for the upcoming match between Jeff Hardy, dude, and a Symphony of Destruction match. You know, we've seen that before with but yeah, and all this match needed was Dave Mustaine on commentary. Sorry, sadly, you know what I mean. Imagine that, Dave Mustaine on commentary, and he would be singing Symphony of Destruction the whole time. Hello, me, it's me again. No, that would be the only thing he says. Hello, Raw, it's me again. That would be awesome, but you know, Dave's gotta conserve his voice for the next Megadeth tour whenever that comes out. Anyway, so this match was okay. Had a really scary spot at the end. Two shot. Well, I don't want to go there, but two scary spots in the match near the end of the match. I'll get to that in a second. So, but it starts off with Elias trying to start up with a kick. Jeff blocks it, goes in with some right hands. Elias comes back with a knee. Jeff sends him to the outside. Jeff gets on the apron. He flies off. Elias hits a knee. Sends Jeff to a nearby piano. And the piano is like, I thought he was going to drop it on his head or something like that. And then Elias reveals that R-Truth is in the piano. I'm like, oh no. The match is starting off crappy already. Because R-Fool and his 24/7 title that he's held 45 damn times, you know, he's going to ruin this match. And then out comes the goons to chase R-Truth. Lindsay Dorado, Gran Metalik, you know, all the other jobbers and that are stuck in catering with Titus. But, you know, it was stupid. Jeff backbody drops Drew Gulak as Elias drops Gran Metalik. Elias smacks Lindsay with a guitar. Should have been in the fucking head, but, you know, it is what it is. Jeff does the same to Drew, so they knock him out. That's good. We're going to break. We return. Elias and Jeff are back in the ring. Jeff with an inverted atomic drop. Then the hits, the leg drop to the nuts. Then a kick to face for a near fall. Jeff with another kick. Goes for a twist of fate. Elias tries for drift away, but they get countered. There's a guitar set up in the corner. Jeff escapes drift away again. And Elias whips Jeff into the guitar. Ouch, for a near fall. Then he pulls some guitar picks out of his pocket, places them between his fingers, and he punches Jeff in the face with the end of the pick. Ugh, that's gotta hurt. And then a right hand to the face. He stabs him in the forehead, pushing him into his forehead. I was like, ooh, he's gonna fucking bust him wide open that way, but it is what it is. Elias sends Jeff to the outside, drops him near a gong, and he backs up, rushes, and Jeff moves, and of course Elias runs into the gong. And no, the Undertaker did not come out. Just saying. Jeff sends him crashing into a drum set. And then we go back to the ring. Elias has Jeff on his shoulders. Jeff with a Hurricane Rana. And then Elias grabs the guitar. Jeff kicks, goes to the top rope, looks for Whisper in the ring, but Elias smacks him right in the freaking stomach or legs with the guitar. That was ouch for a fall. Jeff gets to the ropes, and he gets the ropes. He has his hand on the rope, and then Elias pulls him in a little bit further near the middle of the ring, and he comes for another near fall. Jeff then rolls to the outside. Elias has the neck of the. He takes the guitar apart, and he has the neck of the guitar. Goes outside, and he's like, "You tried to end my career. Now I'm gonna end yours." So he tries to stab Jeff in the the chest with it. But Jeff moved Elias sends the neck of the guitar into a nearby speaker. I thought it was an amp, but it was a speaker. And it goes right into the speaker, and then it starts blowing up, and then Elias is like, gets electrocuted. Jeff then hits him with a bass. Not a bass guitar, a bass of, the cello, whatever you want to call it. Beats him down on the table near the steps. And then he goes near a nearby table which has violins and ukuleles and a bunch of little guitars and stuff like that, ukuleles and mandolins and stuff like that. So he wipes them all off, puts Elias on the table. Then he takes the violins and the ukuleles and stuff, puts them back on the table on top of Elias. Jeff goes to the top rope, then stands on top of the ring post, and he goes, and hits a swanton bomb onto Elias, but if you notice, his head smacked right on the edge of the steps. I mean, an inch or two short, I think Jeff would have been dead. Holy shit! I mean, if you thought his stunts in TNA were bad, remember that fall he had from the cage door, I think it was against Abyss, and when they had TNA in New York City. But I think was it Abyss? Was it I think it was Bobby Roode, somebody. I mean, he took I think it was maybe James Storm, but he took that. He was like on top of the cage door, and he was gonna do something, and then he fell off the cage, and he landed right head first on the steps and knocked him right out. Ugh. I mean, Jeff is a wild man. He's done plenty of crazy spots off ladders, off the set of Raw, the Randy Orton back in the day. I mean, he's just freaking crazy. He's lucky that he hasn't killed himself yet. But I mean, like I said, one inch, left or right, he probably would have been dead. But he smacked his head on top of the steps. I'm like, yeah, he definitely has a concussion. So he pins Elias 1, 2, 3, and gets the win. Then he plays the tambourine like he's a freaking rock star. It is what it is. So he gets the win. Hopefully this ends this boring as crap feud. And that's all I gotta say about that. So match was it's alright, nothing great. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. So Jeff Hardy, dude, gets the win, and that's that. And by the way, chat room is open if you want to chat for a little bit. Not gonna be that long. I just want to get this done and over with. But there's people in the chat. We'll recognize the chat. Maybe get that. All right, there we go. Backstage where we see Matt Riddle walking up to Keith Lee, and he's pumped for the triple threat match tonight. He says he's nervous, but imagine if he or Keith Lee becomes WWE champion. He says it'd be a dream come true. Riddle says that Lee had his chance, but Riddle never faced off against Drew. And he's like keeps talking. I'm like, shut up. Lee's like, I got time. We gotta move this along. So he's like looking at his watch, well, not at his hand. Riddle continues to mouth off, and then Keith Lee just like, I'm out of here. I'm like, pfft. So like that was pointless. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Not a good way to hype your main event. Not the main event, but your big match. But that's that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Just fucking horrible. That's that. All right, then we stay backstage. We get Retribution. All backstage. I think Ali, Mustafa Ali or Mustafa Ali, I don't know what to call him these days. He says not one can change everything. It's a lie, and we accept that this is a lie, and maybe they will accept Ricochet into their group, which I think will happen. You know, Ricochet will be the sixth member of Retribution, along with Ali, Mace, T-Bar, wait, Ali, Slapjack, Mace, T-Bar, and Reckoning, Mia Yim. So he'll be the sixth member of a group that we shouldn't get more members, but it is what it is. So we hear from Slapjack, Shane Dorn, and he finally gets some promo time. But before we get him to talk, Ali asks why Ricochet can't see what he sees. He's been pushing the same boulder. What has happened to him has already happened to all of them. They've been promised a whole bunch of stuff, but they've been all lies. Their dreams turn into nightmares. And Ricochet's supposed to be standing next to them because he's been through the ringer of crap for the past year or two. But I think 2 years so far. He's just been horrible, and all he got for his WWE career was the North American title, which he won from Adam Cole, baby. Then lost to, I think, who did he lose it to? I forgot who he lost it to. Yeah, then his NXT career. And then he was with Aleister Black. They won the Dusty Rhodes American Dream Classic. And they were looking to win the NXT tag titles, but then lost, I think, at WrestleMania or at the takeover before WrestleMania. Then they got put on the main roster. Ricochet just stunk. Aleister Black didn't really do anything either. And then they gave Ricochet the United States title, and then he dropped that pretty quick. And it's just been in ridiculous freaking feuds. And then they put him with Ali and Cedric Alexander, and they both turned on him. And that was that. So, they want Ricochet to be a part of the group, and Ricochet's like, I don't want to be a part of your group, blah 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 blah. So then Shane Dorn, Slapjack, says he used to be blind. Ali showed him the way. This is the way. If you follow the Mandalorian. Grogu. No, not Baby Yoda. His name is now Grogu. Nice name. Grogu. I wonder who thought of that. Probably George Lucas. But Grogu is Baby Yoda. Is Baby Yoda's real name. Grogu. Oh, did I spoil that for people who haven't watched it? Yes. Ha ha. Anyway, what are you ha-haing about, Grogu? Yeah, that's right. Shut up. Anyway, so Slapjack says Ali showed him away. He was left a husk of a man, and the world saw him as a joke. It wasn't really a joke in NXT, with Miller, Miller and Dorn, TM61 until Miller got hurt. We haven't seen him. I don't think we haven't seen it. The last time we saw him, I think, he was with that guy. He was in another tag team with a guy that then changed his name to something else, and we haven't seen that guy since, as far as I know. No, wait, Shane Dorn was in that group. I'm sorry. We haven't seen Miller since, I don't think. I think, his leg injury just basically killed his NXT career, and he's basically done right now. We haven't seen him in a while. So, he says the world saw him as a joke, but not Ali, and he says he's a weapon for retribution. And then Ali says Ricochet has made his decision, so tonight, Slapjack will make him face the consequences of that decision, and maybe, just maybe, Ricochet will see what Ali sees, and then goes that. So, we'll see what happens with that in just a little bit. But then we hear from Ricochet, because a little promo about kicking someone in the head and then sticking his finger up his butt. But it is what it is. So we get to the match. Match number 2. Match was okay. Nothing great. It's also Ricochet hitting the ropes, gets in a springboard crossbody. to start. Kind of odd. Hits a corner uppercut, then whips Slapjack into the corner and hits him with another uppercut. Slapjack comes back with a right hand out of the corner, and then he sends Ricochet into the corner. Ricochet with a kick out of the corner, then a back elbow. He starts staring at Ali, then he gets distracted. Slapjack pulls Ricochet off the corner. Ricochet hits his head. Ow. Then Slapjack hits a cannonball in the corner. Then he starts working over the ugly face of Ricochet in the middle of the ring. Ricochet comes back with some right hands. Slapjack comes back, sends him on a shoulder first. But Ricochet comes back, whips Slapjack, and flies off those with a right hand. Then a headbutt into the corner. Ricochet the top rope with a clothesline. Then he hits a standing shooting star press, goes for the cover, gets a knee out of that. And then Ali's like, "Oh, this is not looking good." Calls for the troops. Out comes Mace and T-Bar, and no sign of reckoning Mia Yim. But we will see her. We will see her. We saw her, in the segment. I don't know why we didn't see her at ringside, but it is what it is. Ricochet sends Slapjack to the outside of both of those guys. And Ricochet hits the ropes, dives over all three of them with a tope con hilo. Grabs Slapjack, rolls him back in the ring. Ali screams to Slapjack that Ricochet is behind him. And then Dana Brooke, of all people, comes out of nowhere, grabs Ali, slaps him right in the face for what happened last, I think it was a week or so ago, when Reckoning, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I think it was, that Reckoning, Mia Yim, attacked her in the back and took her out of the Survivor Series women's match. She took her out, and Nia Jax took out Mandy Rose, who we probably won't see for another couple weeks, but we'll see. She tells him to tell this girl that she's looking for her. So Dana Brooke's looking for Mia Yim to get revenge. And while this happens, Ricochet kicks T-Bar off the apron, and then he does the same to Mace. He swipes on Ali, and then Slapjack with a weird-looking finisher. He grabbed a leg and then did a twist, almost like a twist, not like a twist of fate, but like a roll the dice with the leg, almost like a fisherman's. He had him like in a fisherman's buster position, then he just twisted it. I don't know what he calls it. I think we'll find out whenever Shane Doan has another match. But he gets the 1, 2, 3, so he gets his first win on Raw. And his debut on Raw, so that's a nice debut. But the match wasn't that great. So I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with Retribution moving forward. And Dana Brooke might get her hands on me and on Mia Yim. See what happens with that, and we will move on from there. All right, here we go. Break. We have Vincent Morrison. Hey, ho ho. The Money in the Bank winner, The Miz, and his counterpart John. Don't call him Casey Jones Morrison in the middle of the ring for Miz TV. So their guest will be Sheamus fella. He comes out in his Irish, look like the Irish version of Rocky Balboa. Hey Mick, why they call me Irish? I thought it was the Italian stallion. You're a bum, Rock. You're a bum. What are you talking about, Mick? I'm not a bum. You're an Italian tank, son of a bitch. But I digress. So Sheamus comes out. They ask him about Thanksgiving. And Sheamus is like, why am I out here? Get to the point. I don't got it all day. Miz says they're out here for a friendly interview. Yeah, right. Morrison's like, yeah, we just want to get to know you. I was like, you can't do that in the back. I mean, away from the, I assume you talk before Raw, and pay-per-views. You can't text each other during during the show. How you doing before your match? I want to talk to you. Well, anyway, so then he goes like, we really want to talk about Drew McIntyre, your little buddy. So Miz talks about Sheamus giving Drew's family chest and from Scotland, but what did she get in return? Not a sword. That was really Vince McMahon's sword. Miz wonders why Drew forgot about Sheamus. Maybe he forgot. Maybe success has gotten to his head. Or maybe Drew thinks Sheamus is jealous. So Sheamus says he and Drew are like brothers. Miz says Drew has something that he wants and something Sheamus wants, which is the WWE title. Morrison says if they were friends or brothers, Drew would have already given him a title shot. Yeah, I doubt that. Miz says as soon as he cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase, Morrison is in line, of course. Then he says during their tag team match, Sheamus cashes in years of repressed resentment, and Miz cashes in his briefcase. So basically trying to get Sheamus to turn on Drew, which I thought might happen, but doesn't look like it may or may not happen. Maybe at TLC, maybe not. We'll see. Because there's rumors they're going to give it to the person that wins that triple threat match, which I'll get to in a minute. So Sheamus was like, yeah, okay. He laughs it off. He said there's a lot of people who don't think much of Miz, but he's got a good sense of humor. Miz like goes a little bit deep and personal. He's like, well, when was the last time you ever held the title? 5 years ago? 2 months? For 2 months? He's like, you want to laugh at your career because it's over. And it's a joke. So Sheamus like, okay, that's it. Takes off his jacket, takes off his hat. He's all ready to go. And by the way, Sheamus, did you notice Sheamus, his hair is back to being normal? He looks like kind of like my hair almost. My hair is longer than his, but it's not orange like his. I don't want to have orange hair. That'll look weird. I don't want to look like a well, I won't say the word, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I think you know what I was gonna say. But I'm full-blooded Italian, so if I wanted to change my hair, change it to jet black or something like that, or make it darker brown. That already is dark brown. Maybe I change it to black. I don't know. Who knows? So Sheamus tosses his hat in the face of John, clocks the Miz, sends Miz to the outside. Morrison hops on the Sheamus, and Sheamus tosses him, beats him down with some right hands. Miz grabs his briefcase and then slaps him in the back with it. Then he hits him again with it, and they lay him out. And no sign of Drew, so Drew didn't even help his buddy. So that may come into play later on, but we'll see what happens with that. So I gave this TV 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we go backstage where we see the lovely WWE Women's Raw Women's Champion, and well, I won't say that because, but you know why? Because Asuka is ready to talk, and nobody is ready for Asuka. Sit my dick. And she starts talking in Japanese to Lana, and Lana's like, yeah. She thinks she knows Japanese when clearly she doesn't. So Lana's like, yeah, I agree. We're going to win this match. Yeah. So they go, yay, we got to win. And then we see Sarah Schreiber with a new haircut. It was everybody with a new look lately. I mean, Daniel Bryan looks like Sheamus, from like years ago with that almost like a spiked haircut, and like shaved the side of his head. Now he has like almost like a mohawk. It kind of looks really, really weird. Sheamus now looking normal, like a normal Irishman, and now, you have Sarah Schreiber with a new look. Not that it looked good, But it is what it is. Sarah Schreiber is not the hottest interviewer, in WWE right now. We all know that's Charlie Caruso. So, but it is. And a close second is Caleb Braxton, but it is what it is. But not the greatest interview of all time. Female interviewer of all time, because we all know the hottest female interviewer of all time is Melissa Santos. Yes, Melissa Santos. That's all I gotta say about that. I miss her. But I don't know if she's still. Well, she's not really doing anything with TNA. I don't think she's doing anything right now. Except being with Brian Cage and their baby. That's that. So she got something. So Sarah Schreiber goes up to Lana to ask her what she just said, and Lana says, "Sarah you wouldn't understand because you don't know Japanese. Now neither do you, Lana. But Shayna and Nia are about to learn what they're all about, what they're gonna get. Blah 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 blah." So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars, and we're gonna get another match. And this match is a rematch from last week. Match number 3, Lana and Asuka taking on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, not for the women's tag team titles again. Because you know how the tag team titles don't get defended. This match was not that great. It's also with Shayna and Lana. Shayna knocks her down, knocks her from behind, hits a drop toe hold. Lana with a drop toe hold. Shayna tries to escape, but Lana rolls her into a crucifix pin for a count. That's not gonna work. And Shayna drops Lana, knocks her right down. Lana with a kick, and tags in Asuka. Asuka with a drop kick, and then Nia Jax comes to the ring. Lana holds the ropes. Through the open ropes, a botch. Really a botch by Lana and a botch by Nia Jax, the so-called queen of botching. I know she took the crown from a good friend, Brie Bella. And by the way, why was Total Bellas on tonight after Raw? Isn't Total Bellas on the E network? Why was it on the USA network tonight? That was kind of odd. But anyway, so after that, Asuka and Lana try for a baseball slide, but Lana doesn't even make the rope. She kind of stopped a little bit short. And Nia pulls her out. Shayna pulls Asuka out. They swing Lana and Asuka into the barricade a couple of times. Ow. That was brutal. As we go to break, we come back. Lana's tagged in. She high kicks Nia with some forearms, and beating down Lana for a while. So Lana's like, goes, gonna beat you up. She's trying to hit Nia, but all she gets is fat. Just like, you hit me, really? That's all you got? Nia hits a right hand, chokes Lana up on the middle rope, screaming, "Get me by title!" I'm not gonna scream, but because people are sleeping. Referee breaks the hold. Nia tosses Lana across the ring. Then she hits Lana. She hits Lana with a big splash in the corner, and Lana just fell like a ton of bricks. And then Nia goes to pick Lana up. Lana's trying to slap her again in the stomach. But all that fat from Nia Jax just didn't even phase her. She tags in Shayna, starts to work on the left leg of Lana. She twists the ankle, turns her over, steps on the back of Lana's leg. She probably shattered her foot. Oof, that was brutal. Then she sends Lana to the outside, tags in Nia. Nia drops down off the apron, walks over to Lana, whips her into the barricade. Then she gets her on her shoulders, looking to put her into the ring post, but Lana drops down, shoves Nia into the ring post head first. Ouch. Then she rolls in, Shayna with the tag. Lana somehow gets the tag to Asuka. I think that was botched as well, because I think Shayna held her and Lana was just running. Kind of like, I thought that she was going to tag her, but somehow Asuka gets tagged in. She goes to work on Shayna, knocks Nia off the corner, drop kick off the top to Shayna, then the hip attack on Shayna for a near fall. Asuka with the kicks to the chest. She hits the ropes, goes for the Shining Wizard, but Shayna dodged it. And then both girls are in the center of the ring. They both hit high kicks into the head. They're knocked out, and somehow Lana tags in. Lana tags in, like hit Asuka on her head, like doink, like Chelsea Green back in TNA, doink. That's nice. So she tags in, she goes to the top rope looking for a crossbody, and she takes forever because Shayna was slow to get up, I guess. So she goes for the crossbody, she hits it, but Baszler rolled through. Nia pulls Asuka off the apron, and then Shayna locks in the Kirifuda clutch in the middle of the ring. And it looked like Lana was about to tap out, and Nia was trying to get Asuka away from it, but Asuka got free, rolled into the ring, breaks the hold with the Shining Wizard to the back of Shayna. And then Lana just covers Shayna 1, 2, 3. So Lana and Asuka get the win. So 2 weeks in a row, Lana, has got a win. That's it. So Lana with the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. That was that. So looks like from the rumors I've heard, they're gonna have Lana and Asuka with another match, the third match, this time for the women's tag team titles at TLC. Lana and Asuka will win the titles, then probably lose them. I don't know to who. Maybe Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. I don't know when Mandy comes back, whenever that'll be. And they're saying Lana might get another shot at Asuka's. Win the title, and then they're saying now that Charlotte, whenever she comes back from her injury or breast augmentation surgery that she got, really, she needs her boobs that much bigger. I guess Andrade likes those big boobies. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it messes up your freaking it's taken her this long to come back. I think we haven't seen her since, I think, right before Survivor Series, right? Somewhere around there. It's like almost 6 months now. Almost 5-6 months now. We haven't seen her. Charlotte, but she might. I think she'll come back at the Royal Rumble if she gets clear to wrestle by that time, and she might win the Royal Rumble, face Asuka at WrestleMania, win the title for I think the 12th or 13th time, and bore us half to death with another title reign, and then Becky will come back probably at the same around at the Royal Rumble as well. So it's either gonna be Becky or Charlotte, or maybe Bianca winning the Women's Royal Rumble, and if it's Bianca, she'll face Sasha or Carmella for the belt after Bianca gets done with Bayley, which will probably be after Royal Rumble or before then, who knows. But if it's Charlotte or Becky, they'll face Asuka. They'll beat Asuka. So Asuka's nice little few-month title reign will go in flames. But like I said, if it's Charlotte, she'll get it for the 13th time. Boys half to death with the belt. And if it's Becky, which I think might happen, we'll get Becky with another title reign. Hopefully it won't last a whole year again. But if she gets the belt, then I guess the next challenger for Becky will be Shayna Baszler. Shayna will beat Becky. Shayna will get the belt, maybe hold that belt for a long time. And then probably the next person that holds that belt, could be Asuka again, depending, what's going to happen the rest of the way. Who knows? And that's that. But like I said, if Bianca wins, who knows who's going to win Women's Royal Rumble? We haven't even got to it yet, so. But like I said, my early predictions for that would be Bianca Belair, Charlotte, or Becky Lynch. And my winner would be Becky or Bianca. But who knows? And that's all I got to say about that. So like I said, match was kind of bleh. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, we go to the back where you see Sheamus fella. He's favoring his back in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase. So Drew walks up to him, smile on his face, like, "Oh, you got beat up." So Sheamus like, So it's like, well, where were you, dude? I was like, what are you laughing at? Drew says it's a little funny. It's a little funny. I don't know how that song goes. Drew says Miz was right. That was some quality TV. Sharon says it was a bit of fun, but thanks for having my back. Yeah. So Drew's like, well, that's why we gotten along so well. I was like, are you in the zone? Ready to knock the heads off those Muppets? I think they call them. I think he said Muppets or Moppets. Something like that. Sharon's like, yeah, that was the appetizer. And in the main event, we're going to have the main course. And we're going to finish what we started. And that's that. So that's some hype to the main event. To the main event. And we'll see what happens. That's all I got to say about that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. You know. Awesome. Keep going. All right. The whole thing with Drew and Sheamus is kind of weird. Having them team up. Sheamus as a heel. Now it looks like he's turning face, which makes kind of no sense because he's not that great as a face. But I'm thinking he's gonna turn on Drew eventually. Then he's gonna turn on maybe at TLC, and then Drew and Sheamus will be in the Royal Rumble. They'll eliminate each other. Then they'll have some matches maybe on Raw, and then they'll be in the Royal Rumble. They'll eliminate each other, and then probably have more matches after that to stop that feud, or I don't know, but that's what that might happen. It's going to happen, but it might happen. Who knows? Maybe Drew beats whoever wins that triple threat match at TLC, goes to the Royal Rumble, defends the belt at the Royal Rumble, probably wins that, then loses the belt to whoever at WrestleMania. But we'll see. And that's that. All right. We go to commercial. We come back. We have the music of The New Day. Hit and Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are in the middle of the ring. They said they have reason to celebrate. They have something to be thankful for. Talk about Thanksgiving, a little bit of that. Kofi brings up Xavier Woods being the newest host of G4, which is back. Yes! I'm so happy that channel's back, even though I don't think Dish has it. Sucks! I have to look that up, but we'll see. So Xavier's, and Kofi actually, mentioned Xavier Woods' real name, Austin Creed. That was kind of, that was a little bit shocking, but, I was like, oh, they actually said his real name? Okay. Roman said his real name, Joe. He didn't say his last name, but I think you know what his last name is, Anoy. He mentioned his last name. Back in the day, CM Punk and Triple H, CM Punk said his real name, Paul Brooks to Paul Levesque. There's been times like wrestlers would call people by their real names. I don't remember any more examples I can give you. But I don't recall any. But that's pretty much it. So Xavier Woods says things are important to him, becoming future king and like becoming future king of the ring and WWE champion, blah blah blah. I'm thinking the king of the ring is coming back. I have this feeling because he's been saying it for the last few weeks that he's gonna be, he said on SmackDown he's gonna beat King Corbin to become king of the ring. So I'm thinking maybe the king of the ring comes back and they have Corbin being the last match, and whoever gets to the finals faces Baron Corbin in the finals, and they beat Corbin to become king of the ring. So that may or may not happen, but maybe a little tease. Maybe the king of the ring might be coming back. I would have it as a pay-per-view, not as an event, like on Raw or SmackDown or anything like that. But knowing WWE, they'll put it as a freaking event and not a pay-per-view. Just get rid of half their pay-per-views anyway, because they all suck. Not all of them, but the main 4 don't suck. But over the years, most of those big 4 pay-per-views have sucked. Not all of them, but it is what it is. So Woods says video games take him to his happy place. What? Paige didn't take you to your happy place? Okay. It's where his people be. Thanks to fans for the support. He says now he wants to practice with a recap of the Hurt Business and their inability to win the tag team title. He says the WWE World Tag Team Championship. With them shaking their man goods and stuff like that. Not that I was looking or anything, no homo, but it is what it is. So we get a flashback sequence from 2 weeks ago when they beat Shelton and Cedric Alexander. They won with that backbreaker like stomp to the chest. They won that match. Then last Monday with the weird false finish of Kofi getting counted out, and then the referees holding up the Hurt Business's shoulders. I mean, the hands and stuff. And then they talk about the match after that, where they won. So they say, "Oh, we're basically up 2-1, or 2-2, or whatever." So that brings out the Hurt Business, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and MVP minus Bobby Lashley. I don't know why Bobby didn't come out, but we'll see Bobby later. That's a little spoiler. So MVP's like, your math is off. We are tied at 2. Mentions the referees when Kofi and Xavier got counted out. They're all tied up. That's okay. The next time they put the titles on the line, their reign will seem like a distant dream. I like how when Kofi and Xavier went to the flashbacks, they did like the Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Okay. Every time I do this, it sounds like it looks like I'm Mike Myers, but it is what it is. So take pictures now. So it says it's gonna be a distant dream. Shelton says that they won't just take the titles; they're gonna hurt them, and this ends with the Hurt Business standing tall and them in an extreme sequence. So then Cedric Alexander runs into the ring. I thought it was gonna get beat up by Kofi and Xavier, and then Shelton Benjamin would have came in. They would have had a big brawl to start the match. But Cedric comes in and cuts a really mean ass promo, saying it was all pure luck that they won. He says he ain't Shelton. He hopes the G4 get the dream come true because that's all Woods is gonna have. So it looks like we're gonna get Cedric Alexander against Xavier Woods in match 4. But before the ball, Cedric attacks Xavier Woods, knocks him down. Then he takes off his belt, starts posing with the belt. He's like, this is gonna be mine. That was that. So I gave that little before segment. I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. I was almost gonna give it 2.5, but it is what it is. So we get to match number 4, and it was all right. Nothing great. So we get the match in progress as we come back from break. We see Xavier Woods working on the left arm of Cedric. Cedric drops him down, hits the ropes. Xavier gets up with a big chop to the chest. Woo! And Cedric runs to the outside. Xavier follows, sends Cedric in, goes for the DDT, but Cedric shoots him off onto the top rope. Cedric then covers for a near fall. Then he drops elbows to the back, so it's working on Xavier for a while. Cedric hits the ropes. Xavier turns into it, drops down with a breaker. As Cedric broke the hold, because I think he had like a rear chin lock on him, circa 1922. Woods chops Cedric up against the ropes over and over and over and over again. Then he hits a spinning forearm to Cedric, and then he hits a clothesline and a leg lariat. Cedric gets up, Woods with a kick to the gut. Sends him into the ropes. He hits the ropes, dives through them, sitting on to Cedric. Then he flies back in and hits the honor roll for a very near fall. Then he locks the head, pulls him off for a power bomb, but Cedric reverses into a brain buster for a near fall. He pulls Woods to the apron, goes for a suplex. Cedric kicks the ribs and shoves Woods to the outside. Cedric hits the ropes and goes for a suicide dive, but Woods shoots Cedric into the barricade back first. Ow. Then he sends Cedric in the ring. Referee gets to the count of 8. Woods comes in, and Cedric picks him up, hits the lumbar check. 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander gets the win, and he's all fired up. He leaves the ring, and he goes up the ramp. And he's like, nobody can beat me. I'm the great. I told you all. And MVP and Shelton like, dude, what the fuck, man? We like a subway here? What the fuck going on? So that I don't know what's that's gonna lead to. Maybe Cedric just breaks away from the Hurt Business. He was only in it for like a couple months, and then they're gonna ship him out and maybe put him in maybe like a U.S. title picture or something like that. I don't know what they're gonna do if that does happen, but I think he was just all happy to get. He's like, yeah, I did it myself, blah blah blah. So we'll see what happens with that situation, and that was that. So match was all right. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And yeah. Okay. All right. After that, we go to match number 5, triple threat sudden death match and the winner gets the title shot against Drew McIntyre at TLC. We got Matt Riddle, Keith Lee, and AJ Styles. This was match of the night. This was great. It was a great match. Long match, but pretty good. So also with Riddle flying with a kick to AJ. AJ rolls to the outside, pulls Riddle out. Riddle hops on the apron. Lee punches him. AJ hops on the apron. Lee punches him again. He hits the ropes, look at the dive, and then AJ and Riddle split apart. And Lee chases AJ into the ring. Riddle kicks AJ in the corner, beats him down against the ropes. AJ comes back with a throat thrust, kicks Riddle in the chest, and then hits a right hand to Keith Lee, but Lee with the goozles him, the both men, shoves him away, hops over Riddle, ducks on the both men, looks to hop over again, but Riddle kicks AJ and Lee hits a crossbody to Riddle for a near fall. Then he hits Riddle with a punch, and he continues to punch him in the corner. And then AJ gets in the ring. Lee kicks him, whips AJ in the Riddle. Lee pushes AJ up and over with a big back body drop. He was like 20 feet in the air. Really high back body drop. Then Keith Lee hits a big forearm in the corner to Riddle. Yikes, that's a big time forearm. Riddle comes back with some palm strikes in the middle of the ring. Lee hits a knee, right hand to the back, and a right hand to the back. Riddle tries to fight back, attacking the face with some hard rights, but Keith Lee hits him with one, and Riddle drops down to the mat like a stack of cards. He ducks a right hand, kicks Lee to the apron, but Lee grabs him by the neck, sends him into the corner, punches Riddle for a little bit. AJ comes from behind. Lee shoves him shoves him out of the ring, and where Jordan, the big black diesel, as I call him, grabs AJ, sits him up on the apron, and Keith is like, he looks shocked, and then we get a running kick to kick to Keith Lee. Riddle with a knee to AJ. Riddle hits the ropes and hits a springboard floating brew to both AJ and Keith Lee, which is pretty awesome. AJ and Lee, AJ, Lee. Stupid pun. It is what it is. And we go to commercial. We come back. Riddle gets a senton and a pin for 1 count to Keith Lee. Runs to AJ with a gut wrench suplex. Tries for a running senton, but AJ kicks him away. Lee sends AJ out of the ring, and AJ hits hard on the mat. Splashes Riddle in the corner, and they go at it. Lee tosses Riddle across the ring. It's a big splash in the corner. Lee lifts up Riddle, toss him again. Riddle with some strikes in the middle of the ring, and then a headbutt. Lifts Riddle for the spear bomb. Riddle hits some elbows, trying to get out of it. He gets out of it. Tries to get an armbar, but Lee is just too strong. AJ comes into the ring, and Lee swings Riddle right into him, sending him flying. Lee pulls Riddle up but Riddle pulls down. Lee pulls Riddle up on his feet. Riddle hits with a kick. Form to AJ in the corner, one for Lee, then an exploder out of the corner to AJ. He runs off the ropes, and then Keith Lee hits the pounce, period, for a very near fall. Then he just throws Riddle away, grabs AJ with a back fist and a kick to the back of the head. Lee gets the one knee, AJ with a running form for a near fall. Then AJ gets on the apron, I guess looking for the phenomenal forearm. Lee with a headbutt to AJ on the corner, climbs up the corner. Riddle gets in the ring, gets Lee on his shoulders. I don't know how he got Keith Lee up. Keith Lee's like almost 300 some odd pounds, I think. Well, at least maybe over 300 pounds. I don't know how he picked him up, but, good strength shown by Riddle. Goes over for the powerbomb, but Riddle can't hold it, and he hurt his back. That's what happens when you try to pick up a big fat guy. It is what it is. And then Keith Lee with a big belly-to-belly, and then a crossbody for a near fall. And Lee pushes. Crossbody from Lee for a near fall. Lee pushes AJ off, and AJ lands on Riddle for a near fall. AJ goes for a Styles Clash. Lee off from behind. AJ with an elbow kick from Riddle to Keith Lee. AJ with a big-time flurry. Riddle's able to escape. Gets an overhead kick to AJ, then the deadlift German for a near fall. Lee then knocks up Riddle for a German. Riddle lands on his feet, hits a right hand, and then Keith Lee gets pissed, hits a big slap chop to Riddle, and then hits the knee to Lee. Lee wants a punch. The final flash knee by Matt Riddle to Keith Lee. Keith Lee's down, and then AJ's on the apron. He hops up, hits him with the springboard phenomenal forearm to Matt Riddle, who wasn't looking, hits it and gets the 1-2-3. So AJ Styles wins the sudden death match. He becomes the #1 contender to Drew McIntyre's title, and he will face Drew McIntyre at TLC. And we'll see what happens with that. So match was great. I loved it. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that was that. You see Keith Lee showing frustration out of the ring as AJ celebrates with Jordan and in the ring. And they start talking. Jordan's like, I know you can do it. I know you can do it, my friend. I know you can do it. I'm the big black diesel. I know you can do it. That's that. So AJ versus Drew at TLC should be a good match. But we'll see what happens with that. I think Jordan might get involved and help AJ win the title for the 3rd time. But you never know. Well, maybe Sheamus attacks Drew and turns heel, or stays heel. But who knows what's going to happen. TLC coming up in just over 2 weeks from this Sunday. But we'll see what happens with that. So, like I said, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And that's it. And we move on. All right, then we go to the back with Charlie Caruso. And her guests are Miz and Morrison. Hey. And she reminds them of Sheamus beating both of their butts. Charlie says their plan backfires, so is there a new strategy for tonight? Miz says, yep. And they leave. So plan B from Miz and Morrison going into their main event match. And that was that. So we get that. And we move on. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. After that, we head to the ring. We get Dana Brooke coming out for her match with Mia Yim. And Mia basically didn't even get shown on TV. But she got like a jobber entrance, which just fucking sucked. She couldn't use her freaking theme from NXT. The age, down like that, whatever she does. It is what it is. We get the match number 6, and this match lasted about almost 2.5 minutes. Wasn't very good. It's Mia Yim's debut, and they fucked that up too. Ugh, boy. More NXT talent getting buried. Oh, but Shane Doan wins. in his debut match, even though but he was in tag team matches, so kind of like his debut on Raw with the Retribution is like the 8-man tag team matches, all these 6-man tag team matches that he was in. So he got his debut and basically lost and got his butt kicked. So yeah, like I said, NXT talent getting destroyed by Vincent Kennedy McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, the two idiots that run that fucking show. But it is what it is. And Vince runs SmackDown too, if you didn't know. He runs everything, so he's running it into the ground. It's just sad. This match sucks. I'm gonna get to the point. Ali was out with at one point, Mia Yim's mask fell off. They didn't say, "Oh my God, it's Mia Yim." I don't think they said it. I missed that, but anyway. So Mia was beating the crap out of Dana for most of the match, and in the end, Mia hits a clothesline, and Dana with a clothesline. Dana cartwheels with an elbow in the corner, and then Ali gets on the apron. Dana's distracted. Mia tries to take advantage, but Dana rolls her up with a 1920s schoolgirl. 1, 2, 3. Dana Brooke gets the win, and good buddy Jekyll Knight is probably happy. Probably, to as he says, the best woman in the business. Yeah, okay. Now we haven't seen Jekyll Knight in a long time, so but maybe he'll come back. It was another legend in the YWC. That's I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's gone for good. I haven't seen him in a while. Gemini retired from YouTube, so he's gonna be gone pretty soon. Good, Dark Horse is leaving again. He says me and him chatted on Facebook, and he says he's leaving again. May or may not happen. I don't know, but he says it's gonna be, he's actually gonna leave this time. But all the legends, most of the legends are gone from the YWC, like Spinnernet, and and there's so many other guys from the YWC that are gone. Wrestling WJ is still there. He's around here and there with his Wrestling Juggernauts channel, his main channel. So he's back, but who knows how long that's going to last. He's basically destroying AEW left and right. But, that's his thing, but it is what it is. So yeah. So, what was I getting at? So, yeah, I was talking about Jekyll Knight, and, got into the point with Jekyll Knight, like Dana Brooke, is what it is. So, yeah. So, he ruined Mia Yim's debut match. Make her the fucking Dana Brooke, of all people. And, I'm hearing things, but it is what it is. And that's that. All right, so we get that. So Ali berates Mia, saying there is no failure or retribution. You haven't been watching there, Ali? You lost. T-Bar lost. Mace lost. Shane Thorne lost. All of Retribution has been losing lately. You're not seeing it? And you think Ricochet's going to help your group? Nope. Like I said, more NXT talent getting destroyed by Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That's all I got to say about that. And we will move on. All right, then we go backstage with another segment from The Miz. Miz walks up to AJ Styles to call it phenomenal, no pun intended. Yeah. Morrison offers him a peach pie. No, not pumpkin, not apple, not cherry. So AJ says he knows what they're up to. AJ says he'll help them. Miz wonders why. AJ says it would be a lot easier to beat Miz at TLC than it would be Drew. And then he says he'll see him out there. Then he takes the pie. And that was it. And then him and Jordan just, just discuss the pie, and AJ's like, no, it's a cupcake, something like that. Yeah, I mean pie. I mean they couldn't get poontang pie. Just saying. No, not that AJ needs any poontang pie, but well, any like Miz and Morrison don't need any poontang pie, but Miz already has enough of the poontang pie. Morrison, I don't know, he has enough of poontang pie with Taya Valkyrie, who's in TNA, teaming up with a good friend Valerie Sky, aka Rosemary. No, that's that. That's it. So, how times of pie have changed, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right, then we see we go to the back. We stay in the back. We see MVP and Matt Riddle in the back. They basically do the same fucking thing they did last week with Matt Riddle's like, "Oh, I got some ideas," and MVP's like, "Oh, I'm listening. So what you got?" But this segment sucked, and thankfully Lashley ran in to locking the hurt lock from behind, leaving Riddle out in the cold on the floor. So it looks like we're going to get Matt Riddle versus Bobby Lashley for the United States title. Maybe at TLC. Not that I look forward to it, but not that they're going to give Riddle the U.S. title. Because they're saying that might go to Keith Lee. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 2 out of 5 stars. Just horrible. I gave the AJ, Miz, and Morrison thing 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we stayed backstage. We're still backstage. We see Keith Lee. He wants to talk to Sheamus. Basically something he's going to turn on Drew. And Sheamus is like, well, it's none of your business. That was that. So, like I said, I was thinking that Sheamus would turn on Drew, knock him out with a bro kick, and then Miz might try to cash in. But we may or may not get that. We'll see. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's that. Then before we get to the main event, we got Charlie Caruso in the middle of the ring. She brings out Drew McIntyre, because we need to have a Drew promo, because he is the champ, of course. And Charlie wants to take us a trip down memory lane. He says it feels good to be champ again. Sometimes you gotta be knocked on your butt to see what you're made of. He says 2 weeks ago he did what he told Orton he was going to win the title, and then lost to Roman at Survivor Series. Drew says he's a man of his word. He brings up Roman and how his confidence turned into frustration and fear. He tells Roman that their paths will cross again, maybe at the Royal Rumble, I don't know. And he's going to win the war. Then he talks about TLC, and then Charlie asks him about AJ Styles. Brings up AJ Styles. Drew says he has no beef with AJ. The match will be great. It might be. Then he has advice for the Miz. He says the briefcase is all that keeps him relevant, so don't bother cashing in, or he will case up Morrison and stick it up where the sun don't shine. You know what that means. Oh, the wazoo! And that's that. So good promo from Drew McIntyre, or as Adam Pearce called him, Drew McInfart. McInfart. It is what it is. So I gave that Drew promo 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Then we get to match number 7, the final match, the main event. Morrison taking on Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. This was okay, nothing great. Let me see how much time I got. All right, I got enough time. I got plenty of time. Because we got all the time in the world. And so we're getting that Sheamus and Miz start off. Sheamus beating the crap out of Miz and Morrison for a while. Then tags in Drew. Drew does basically the same thing. So it basically looks like it's going to be a squash match for the main event. And then we got a rolling senton on one for Miz onto Morrison, which is ouch. And Sheamus calls to AJ to get in the ring and enjoy the fun. AJ leaves commentary, walks up to the ring. Sheamus gets to the apron, hops down, gets in AJ's face, and then the big black Diesel Jordan gets involved as well. Just stands there, like what you going to do? Are you from Africa? I will kill you. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just making fun. Miz attacks him from behind, but Sheamus turns and hits a big right hand. Turns again and is face to chest with the big black Diesel again. Sheamus gets on the apron because he knows better. And Morrison kicks him off, sending him flying onto the announce table, and sadly did not hit Byron Saxton. Damn! And that's that. And then we go to break. We come back. Morrison is tagging into the Miz. Miz hits the Miz DDT on the Sheamus, covers for a near fall. So they're working on Sheamus for a little bit. And they hit a running kick from Miz. Starts from Morrison, covers for a near fall. Sheamus into their corner, locks the head, then gets a leg scissors, but Sheamus overpowers him, reaches for a tag. Morrison hits climbs on his back, locks up the head, pushes Sheamus back under the chin. Morrison stands with the chin lock or the chokehold or something from behind, not like that. Sheamus hits elbows. Morrison punches the knee, looked like the knee. And Morrison goes for a high kick, but Sheamus dodges it, hits a knee of his own. Morrison tags in the Miz. Sheamus gets the high through in like a house of fire with a clothesline, then a big belly to belly. Then another one out of the corner. Tosses Miz into the corner. Morrison flies off the springboard. Drew catches him and tosses him aside. Then he hits the neck breaker, kips up, and waits for Miz to stand. Looks for the Claymore. Sheamus wants to end it. He's like, tag me, I want to end it. I want to hit the pro kick. So Drew looks to tag Sheamus, but Morrison pulls Sheamus off the apron, sends him into the ring post and over the barricade. And so Drew turns AG's on the apron, hits the phenomenal form for the disqualification. So I kind of knew that might have happened. So Drew McIntyre and Sheamus win by disqualification. Match was all right. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Nothing great. I'm giving it 2.5 just because it was not that bad, but it is what it is. So we get that. And afterwards, AJ tells Miz to cash in the briefcase. I thought he was going to cash in for a moment. I was like, wait a minute, you don't hold the belt. You don't own the Money in the Bank briefcase. So anyway, Morrison hits Starship Pain on the Drew in the corner. Miz hits the skull-crushing finale. And then Jordan gets the briefcase. AJ hands it to the ref. Miz grabs the case, tells the ref he wants to cash it in. And AJ's like, do it! So he sees Drew, tells the ref that he wants to cash it in. Morrison is then sent over the top rope as they take too long. So just teasing again. So Morrison sent over the top rope. Drew hits the Claymore into the Miz. Then Drew stares a big hole in AJ. AJ's like, oh, wait a minute. No, I don't want any part of you. He says, hold on there, Sonny. AJ backs up against the ropes, but Jordan pulls him out of the ring, puts him on his shoulders. AJ starts yelling, says, you're lucky that they picked me up. I was going to kick your ass. And then Drew's like, come on, keep saying something to piss me off. And AJ says he's a lucky man. He will live to see another day. And that was kind of funny, but it is what it is. So that ends the show. And thankfully so. And that's all I can say about that. So, all in all, pretty mediocre Raw. The opening segment, Randy and Alexa and The Fiend it was okay. Not great, but okay. The triple threat match with AJ, Matt Riddle, and Keith Lee was great. Match of the night. The only thing good about this damn show. Main event was Didn't really like the clusterfuck finish with the disqualification. And then the whole thing with AJ with the little tease kind of pissed me off because I knew they were going to do that. And eventually Miz will cash in and probably win the belt from either Drew McIntyre or whoever holds the belt when he does cash in. Probably be Drew McIntyre, but who knows? Who cares? And that's that. And that was it. The last segment was all right. That's that. But still, Raw was just horrible tonight. Horror in bowl. And that's all I gotta say about that. So I gave Raw a good old fashioned Bret Hart 4 out of 10. And yeah, so that's that. And we'll see what happens next week. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. We got NXT and AEW this Wednesday night. We got the big show from AEW. Winter is coming. Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title. I think that a lot of people are going to be watching that instead of NXT. The ratings came out today. NXT barely, even though they had a great show last week, they barely beat AEW. 712,000 for NXT to 710,000 for AEW. So NXT finally got a win after a few weeks of AEW kicking their ass. So I think they only won maybe a handful of times. I think maybe 5, maybe 6, 8, 10 times at least. AEW's just beating them almost every single week, except for like maybe 8 a few weeks, like 8 to 10 weeks, and that's that. So I think this week they'll win the ratings war. I think. Because I think AEW is going to have the better show, because all NXT is going to have is the go home show before War Games this Sunday night, and I'll do my predictions on Saturday. I'm going to try to get it done Saturday night after I get home from work on TGC 184. Talk about War Games, give my predictions and analysis, and then this Sunday I should have the day off of work. I'll watch NXT War Games, and then after War Games goes off the air, probably, I think it might go off the air around 10 o'clock, maybe earlier than that. Who knows? There's only, I think, 5 matches on the card. Like, usually a TakeOver has 5 matches. But the War Games match is going to be long, probably 30, maybe 45 minutes. Got allergies off the walls. I'm sorry about that. And that's that. And I think they're going to have Ciampa and Thatcher probably go maybe 15, maybe 20 minutes. Dexter Lewis and Cameron Grimes are going to go maybe 15 minutes in a strap match. And that's it, I think. Yeah, two matches, then two men's and women's cage matches. Ciampa and a North American title match between Leon Ruff, Gargano, and Priest. Probably go 15 minutes, maybe I would say 15 minutes max. 15 minutes, 15, maybe close to 20 minutes, and we'll see what happens with that. So pay-per-view starts at 7, I believe, and probably end about maybe 9:15, 9:30, maybe 9:45 the latest. I don't think, maybe before 10. Who knows? But after the pay-per-view this Sunday. After TakeOver this Sunday, I'll be back on the Peter Gilmer YouTube Wrestling channel with my NXT TakeOver War Games review. Give you my thoughts and analysis about the matches, where the feuds may go from here, what might be next, as we go to the next week of action on NXT as they lead into the end of the year, and we'll talk about it. We'll have some fun. And you can always come in the chat, talk about the matches and stuff like that, anything you want. Hopefully have a nice discussion, and we'll see what happens with that. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm going to probably go lay down and probably then go to bed, because I got nothing better to do because I got the next 2 days off. And that's that. I have the same schedule as last week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, making the money you wish you had, get paid on Thursday, which is awesome. Get money in my pocket because got to pay some bills. Because I do pay my own bills, unlike some certain people. But it is what it is. And that's it. So, got that. And I'm going to hopefully have a good weekend. The first weekend of December. Counting down the days to my birthday. Right now, as of this recording, it's 23 days.
Wrap it up already. I need to do stuff.
Shut up. Don't listen to her. She won't tell. I could go on for another 8 hours if I felt like it.
I'm serious.
Okay, she's serious. She's being serious. She wants her alone time. So I'm going to end the video. So thank you all for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. And that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.